Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Gus? $16 points. Think we can make that up in a quarter? Good grief. No, JR. I don't think we will see that 4-game winning streak for Zach finally. Even without Kyrie, this team is much better than us. And one of the better defensive possessions we've seen tonight. A little curious about Donovan's lineups tonight. Going big. Too late to tank, Jose. We just went on a pointless 3-game winning streak. God, this team infuriates me.
What's up, man?
What's up, John Boy?
Ooh, Nets are good.
What's that?
Nets are good.
Yes, they are. I mean, Bulls caught a break to try to make this a game with Kyrie not coming back, but
He gone. Sadaransky, really. Thank you for your services, Sadaransky. We wish you luck in all your future endeavors.
Yep.
Like they should just release him tonight.
Tonight, huh?
Just release him after that. He went ass over tea kettle.
I mean, they haven't released Denzel or Felicio at this point. They're not releasing Sato.
I know. Just release them all.
I mean, I think most of this roster is going to be gone next season.
That's what it feels like.
Zach, Vooch, Kobe, P-Dub, maybe Troy Brown Jr.
They're gonna have a 4-man squad.
Like 5 guys. I would love for them to keep Tice. I don't know if they're going to be able to afford it though.
They only have 4 players. Of course they will.
It depends on what else they might try and do. Who else they might try and bring in.
There's no one around. DeRozan, like who is it? There's no one. John Collins, Lonzo. Lonzo might be the most realistic one.
Yep. Not that Matt said he wanted to see more of Javonte Green tonight, but yeah. I don't get it with Billy and these gigantor lineups against teams like Brooklyn.
Because
The
especially
Nets
for
were
last
just
game,
spreading them out and just draining threes in the first half.
I don't get it. I think he thinks like we'll never be able to outscore them, so he might as well win something.
Yeah, maybe. Jorge said that it's an off night for Vooch. Yeah, that's the best. The most effective thing he's done is knock Kyrie out of this game.
I know.
He's
that was amazing.
3 for 10 last I checked, or 3 for 11. What is he now? 3 for 15. Okay.
Wow.
Excellent.
He was almost 5. Oh, I hope he gets 316. Do a Stone Cold night.
Oh, right. The wrestling guy.
Then just drink beers. Wrestling guy. Come on, that's like saying Michael Jordan, the basketball guy.
What is the significance of Stone Cold's 316?
It was just a promo. He's going up against a Christian, and he said, "You may have your Bible and your John 3:16, but Austin 3:16 just said I whooped your ass." He just came up with it on the spot, and it became a thing.
That's what like the initial saying was, and then
it was an off the cuff saying.
Wow.
And then it became a thing.
And then
big rebound.
His tagline.
God.
Woo!
Vooch is brutal right now. Oh my gosh. That was I gotta see that pass. Where did he pass it from?
Evan's asking something about taxes and the cold weather. I assume you're talking about free agents and how we don't get them.
No one gets free agents.
Those are just two of many reasons. John, I used your line on yesterday or today's episode of Lockdown when I was talking with Jordan. Right. Because we were talking about, the Bulls spending money this summer. And I'm like, as my buddy Sabine says, no one gets free agents. Like 2 teams. Or like it's like 3 teams, both LA teams and Miami, because Miami is Miami and no taxes, and Southern California, and all these guys want to be in Hollywood to set up all of their off the court business shit anyway.
Yeah, it's the beach.
None of the it doesn't matter, big market, small market, nobody. It just doesn't matter.
Now the Nets really messed up my argument this year. Like it all takes is one, you know what I mean?
Yeah. KD, Kyrie, and Harden all wanting to go to Brooklyn certainly. Yeah,
that really messed it up. But it also they ain't going to, what's it called? Like, I'm saying a comparable, not gigantic city, DC or Philly.
Right.
It's Russello and Simmons. I mean, Simmons was like, there's no free agents. Like he went through like the best free agent signings since the decision.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, Jimmy Butler to Miami was like the 4th biggest one. Like,
yeah,
there's not many. It's all via trade now because they all force trades out before they can sign.
So I guess like Kawhi to the Clippers would be, another
that's a big
probably
one.
top 5 of actually a free agent choosing to go somewhere other than where he is.
But they haven't won anything, and they had to give him a ton of picks to get him.
Right. But, yeah, I mean, to your point, most often these days, the biggest superstars in the league get sick of where they are before their contract is up and just demand a trade somewhere.
They force that trade. Like,
mm-hmm.
And I just don't know who's like San Antonio got LaMarcus Aldridge once, right? Like, I'm trying to think who. It's just cap space is such an illusion.
Yeah.
Chandler Parsons is the Mavs' biggest free agent signing in history.
That can't be true.
I mean, he's probably up there. Montrezl. I'm trying to think who.
And that was just immediately like, oh God, what a stupid contract.
Yeah. But the Chandler Parsons that was cheap. That was $45 million.
Yeah, it was like 70-something million for like.
No, it was like 3 years, 45 or something. It was crazy. It was
my God, not even. Okay.
But then he went to the Grizzlies and it was like $200 million.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, look at that pass.
That was a really nice pass.
God. See, this is a good where he's complaining to the ref and not can make out the God. Lowry and Sato. Oh my God. That was Levine.
I love how you're just groaning after listing players on this.
Oh, I thought it was oh God.
Oh God, no.
We got Alexander in the mix.
I have Alexander joining us in a second. Hey-o. Thanks for joining us.
Yo.
What's up,
What up, dude?
How you feeling?
How you been, man?
Just enjoying piss poor performance.
I mean, are you rooting for a win
You didn't
or
have
not?
hope coming into tonight, did you?
I mean, Kyrie, he got hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I was expecting.
And it turns out without Kyrie, Brooklyn still better than us.
I actually, as soon as Kyrie went down, I was like, KD's about to have 10 points right away and 3 blocks. And what do you know what happened?
Yep. Oh, look at that. We're down by 18.
No, it feels nice, doesn't it?
But hey, the Charlotte Hornets lost tonight. Speaking of which, Sixers, Pacers, what do we got going on? 87-83 Philly. Philly, quit fooling around and just put us out of our misery. Come on now. So, a week or so ago, before this little 3-game winning streak, Alex, where did you come down in the debate between whether or not you wanted to see the Bulls win some games here or lose out?
It's tough because as soon as they lost that game to the Magic, like right before Zach got hurt or he got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just throw in the towel.
Shut it down.
Yeah, but then they got a couple wins, and I was like, I don't know.
You got that taste?
Yeah,
Woo!
because Toronto was just as bad as us, and they were winning the same amount. But now, aren't they eliminated? So are they
Toronto is actually actively tanking, and
They're
overtook
eliminated.
us for the 7th spot in the lottery standings.
Did you see the tweet yesterday that SportsCenter tweeted out? It was a big graphic of for the Raptors and Pascal Siakam, and in big letters it said eliminated. And the Toronto Raptors official account retweeted it and said, "You could have used 12-point font."
I did see that. Yeah, that was
It was so funny. Oh, speaking of funny, Big DZ up in the Easy.
Never say that again.
I'll text it to you next time.
Yeah. John, I think you're a little too white to pull off up in the Heezy.
I can say Big DZ.
He had it down. Yeah, he had Big DZ down. He had that down.
Yeah.
You didn't believe it when you said Heezy. So
If I would have said Big DZ in the 3-1 Tweezy, would that be better?
See, but you believed that. But you see how you believed it when you said it?
Yeah.
You meant that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so yes, I believe
gracious.
that. And I'm actually in the 7-7-3Z. But it's a little different. Yes. It's a little different.
It rhymes though, thank God.
Yes, yeah. Very good. Yes, in the cipher you'll be okay.
Oh, I love that. I can't wait for my next cipher.
Oh, Savon cipher is just what I wake up wondering about all the time.
It's just me saying stuff I've eaten this week. I don't really know. I'm just listing things. I don't really know.
It was frozen like DeMar DeRozan.
Going back to your point, Matt.
Yeah.
Now I'm just watching Zach snapping. I'm like, man, I just want this guy in the playoffs so bad.
I know. And I did too this season. Would have been great, but at a certain point, you kind of have to recognize where you are and just accept reality for what it is.
Ooh.
How hard would it have been to make up an injury for Zach and Vooch? Fractured finger. He's got a bruised butt. Whatever you need to do, just shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it all down, and then they still don't get a top 4 pick. Would it have been worth it?
Yeah, yes. Just the chances. Increasing your chances of that top 4 pick, that in itself is worth it, even if you don't cash in on those odds.
So
I don't know how many times I have to tell people that 32 is bigger than 20.
26.
Not if we keep this shit up. We're already down to 26. We're gonna go to 20.
I think the first 4 teams were 50% chance that they would be a top 4 pick. Am I right about that? So 32 would kind of not be there.
No, and the Bulls couldn't have caught any of the teams ahead of them in the lottery that all had 21 wins when the Bulls had 26 or 27.
Mm-hmm.
But they could have stayed where they were by losing out. But now it's like, oh, we've got more wins than Toronto. And now we're flirting with matching the win total of Sacramento and, God forbid, New Orleans. And
hey, yeah, I'm just going to trust AK and Mark Eversley.
Kings are winning tonight, buddy.
Kong.
Who are the Kongs playing?
Thunder.
I think it's you guys call them the Kongs.
That's all Sabine, man.
That's Sabine. That's all Sabine.
I have a buddy, the Kings fan, and he now exclusively calls them the Kongs because they're so they torture him so much. He's like, terrible Kongs night. Did you see that Kirk Goldsberry like graph of like teams from the All-Star break and how good a team's been playing since All-Star break? Well, your Mavs were number one. But Thunder were not even on the graph. They were like in the corner of the page. Like I was like, where the? Oh my god!
They were like, like not.
Truly, like you had to go, like you had to scroll to the next tweet. Masterful tanking.
Masterful.
Rockets also masterful tanking.
Speaking of your guys,
they just stink though.
On your Mavs, I've always had this question.
Yes,
it's a good one.
So excited.
If you had to have the choice of these two options.
Okay.
So one of them is Wendell and Chris Dunn. You have to have them on the Mavs and play not like start minutes, but
they're on the team and I have to like watch them, like
role player minutes for a whole season.
Yeah.
Or have Dallas hire Boylan as assistant.
Or have what?
Have Dallas hire Jim Boylan as an assistant.
That's
easy. Honestly, that's easy. That's not hard.
Assistant. No, assistant. They don't do anything. Oh my god. But I don't know. That's tough though, because just him being around.
Dude, there's no way you're putting Jim Boylan on your team.
Yeah, I don't know.
No way.
I already got play. I watched Josh Richardson and Dwight Powell. Like that's basically Wendell and Chris Dunn. Like I'm fine with that. Like
yeah.
But John might have to actually watch Chris Dunn on a basketball floor, and we all know how much he hates that. He wouldn't have to listen to Jim because he wouldn't be the one doing the press conference.
Oh, he's going to have to listen to Jim because Jim is going to be up out of his seat in front, clapping like this, like a madman in front of everybody.
Yeah. I just saw Indiana Jones for the first time. Why are you talking about this?
No. There's no way you put that kind of cancer on your team. Absolutely not.
Man.
Yeah, that's a good question. That'd be. I do not. I like watching Wendell more than Chris Dunn, though. Like as a player.
That's true.
Because I can see it there.
Because he's fine.
Because he's
fine. He's fine.
He's fine.
He's not a world beater.
Chris Dunn, not even fine.
No, yeah, but Wendell's in that meaty part of the bell curve. Like he's not in the honors classes. He's not in the real. He just is fine. He's got normal lunches. Like.
Normal lunches.
It's not early. It's not late. It's like right where normal. Like we supposed to take lunches. Like he's great.
Like push the coffee cart.
Yeah, exactly. I love this crew. What's up, Evan? We got like a party.
Evan, what's going on, man?
What's up, great.
What's up, guys? How are you doing?
You look like you want to start yelling, Evan.
I know Evan's on my team.
I know. You're definitely Team Peck. Like I know you Team Peck out here. So.
Oh, I'm big time Team Peck.
Which isn't a bad team to be on, sir.
No, these last few games have just been so incredibly difficult for me to watch. Like, I've just been of the mindset that they need that pick so badly back, and watching them like just start to win these games and then have all the Chicago fan base like decide collectively that that's the smart thing to do, which I understand it completely. To me, it doesn't make sense. Like mathematically, I think we've had a better chance to get that pick than to make this playing game.
By a lot. Like it's not even close. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, it's only 30% or 26%." I'm like, "Yeah, you know what our odds of making the play-in are?
Right.
1%.
Right. It's absurd. And then like if you look at like how Chicago in the past has won like their championships, like that was done through the draft, and I don't think I was mentioning like the free agents before. Like I don't see how we're ever going to get them to come to Chicago. So when the fact that we don't have that draft, I feel like that pick potentially is just huge. So I mean, you look, we got Jordan through the draft, we got Pippen through the draft, and then obviously you make a few trades around those guys, and I feel like that's kind of the way that, like, the template that the Chicago Bulls need to work off, like, moving forward, because I don't see how you get a free agent here. And so the fact that we traded away that pick to me is a problem. So
well, and the other thing is, even if AK and Eversley want to do something, shake things up to bring in more ready now talent to play with Zach and Vooch, then you can use that number 4 or top 4 overall pick in a trade.
1,000%.
Because teams fork over crazy to trade into the top 5 on draft night.
Right. And like the thing that's been, wow, there goes Vooch. The thing that's been like bothering me too is just like all the hate that I've been getting, like, as far as just like my mindset when it comes to that. Like, people are just like, you're a shitty fan. And I know, Matt, you had mentioned it before, but like, I like go out of my way. Like, I don't get paid to do any of these podcasts, and I like take notes during the games. I look at the box scores, and then I go and I do all this stuff. And then people are like, oh, you're a shitty fan. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not at all, actually.
Right.
There's a higher goal.
So
it's like, oh, you're a shitty fan because you want them to lose. No, I want them to win next year, because this year is dead already.
Right.
Like, and I know that us losing out in the final stretch of 7 or 8 games is in their best interest to get better to win next year.
Exactly. So it's been frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm like reading comments on Instagram of people saying things to me, and I'm like doing all these typos because I'm just so fucking pissed off.
Meanwhile, Bulls made it to double or single digits.
Yeah, they're coming back here.
Ooh, here we go.
Giddy up. Only the Bulls.
Just close enough to disappoint everyone.
Oh, Matt, you got to let go of the old regime.
Oh, boy.
Got to let it go, man.
I've let go of that. I mean, well, no, not entirely.
No, you haven't. You haven't let go, sir. No.
Are we kidding?
No.
I'll be mad at Gar and John and Jim for the rest of my freaking life.
Because I can hear it when you yell. I know that yell. I can hear it in your voice. Like, you gotta let that go, man.
But
it can't hurt you anymore.
They're in the back of my mind. What the people pissing me off at the forefront of my mind right now are dumb Bulls fans. God, they're dumb.
Come on, baby. Like I said, I'm with AK and Mark Eversley. That's who I'm with. If they don't want to tank, then all right.
Okay.
I'm with
me believing in math does not mean that I don't believe in our new.
I ain't saying nothing about you. This has nothing to do with you. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me, Big Dave, sir.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with you. I'm saying I am with them.
Yeah, then why do I feel personally attacked right now?
Well, because you're mad and you just want to be angry. Like, that's just you, dog. I'm strictly talking about me and what my thinking of it is. That's all.
Ooh, look at that score update. 2-point game, Pacers and Sixers. 3 minutes left.
I do have.
Can we watch that game instead?
Why can't
I can?
Lose? They lost Oladipo. I thought they're like bad.
Oh, who you talking about? The Pacers?
The Pacers, yeah.
Man, they've
been crumbling down the stretch.
LeVert is nice.
They do have Dougie McBucket, so he's like the 10th most valuable player in the league.
So
Karis LeVert is a beast, though.
If the Pacers win tonight and we lose, is that it?
That's not it, because Washington is dormant tonight. And if the Bulls go 3-1 and the Wizards go 0-3, that's one of the few scenarios that are on the table.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So regardless of what happens between our game tonight, Pacers tonight,
this is going to go to the last day.
There is nothing conclusive that can happen tonight.
Okay.
But if we lose this game and the Pacers win, then we're pretty much toast.
Oh, wow. I can't believe you let that go. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Okay. I got lead pass. Switch. It's now a 4-point lead.
For Philly?
Yes. Pacers up 4.
Oh, Pacers up 4.
Mm-hmm. Embiid isn't playing tonight. Oh, okay. It makes sense. All right. I didn't know Embiid wasn't playing. Said
is he hurt or is he hurt?
Non-COVID related illness.
Yeah, that's hurt.
That's just like you have So is everything now that anytime I'm sick, is it a non-COVID related?
I think you kind of have to say that now. Like you can't just say he's out with an illness.
Wait,
because everybody
it's non-COVID. Is
it
it COVID related but not COVID, or is it not related to COVID? What does that mean?
It's not related to COVID. It's non-COVID related.
So funny.
It has nothing to do with COVID.
I got stabbed. I got non-COVID related illness.
Stabbing.
Right now.
That's right.
I mean, how hard would it have been for the Bulls to say that Zach and Vooch, like, you know,
dude, yeah, Kevin Durant is so skinny still.
Oh,
right?
they've got severe allergies with the city of Chicago in bloom. We've got to shut them down.
Like, what would have been the fine for that kind of thing? Because I know you guys were talking about that on Locked On. And you got to tell Jordan to stop being so optimistic. Like, I can't stand.
Don't do that. Nope. Be all optimistic all day, Jordan.
You can't have you can't have Waldor. Like, that's like Waldor and Sador. We can't have two negative people on the crowd.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Whether it's Dave or Jordan, I need someone to balance me out.
Seriously, man. Come on. You can't let Matt go to the edge of the bridge and say we should jump, and then come up and say, you know what, you're right. Like, no.
John, that's a good point.
I don't know, man. Have you heard cash considerations?
I
heard.
That's negative, right?
No,
I've listened to a couple of ups, but they're negative, right?
Yeah, a little bit. They go back and forth.
Is that
that's Ricky and
O'Donnell? Jason? Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Ricky, aren't they bloggable?
Ricky only knows like finishing moves, though, man. They're bloggable, right?
Ricky O'Donnell needs like his own show. That dude is
he is scorched earth 24/7. I love him. There's a couple of Mavs podcasts where it's like just old, like bitter. It's like bitter. It's two negative fans, and you're just like, I can't listen to this. This is like, I'll just turn the news. Like,
dude, like I blocked Bloggable on Twitter like 2 years ago.
I did too. I think
that's saying something.
People see me as a pessimist, but I would just see their tweets and their
I muted
content,
them.
and I'll be like, guys, like, go look outside and like smell a flower for fuck's sake. Like, the world is not that bad.
There's so many basketball people who I love and respect who I've muted because I'm just like, I'll get goated. They'll be like, because they'll just tweet. Everything is like all time now, and everything is just like, yeah, Jeff Green's top three-point percentage all time, and you're just like, what? No, God, I'm in. And my wife's like, what are you doing on your phone?
Woo. Karis LeVert with a cold-blooded three. It's now 99-92, Indiana.
Damn.
57 seconds. 57 seconds.
Totally forgot that.
NBA Twitter is mostly just dumb people triggering smart people. Did you? I can't remember who, but somewhere in my timeline today, I saw there was like some, actual news site had a tweet about how 12 to 15-year-olds are now approved to get the Pfizer vaccine. Mm-hmm. And somebody quote tweeted it. It was like, hey, NBA Twitter's allowed to get vaccinated now, 12 to 15-year-olds.
Hey.
That is so funny.
Not bad.
Dude, what if LeBron gets COVID, man? What if it comes back and bites him? What if it comes back and bites him because he's not getting vaccinated during this time? All this time he had off.
Well, then
he's not been vaccinated.
No, him and Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, Schroeder threw him under the bus, and it was like, me and LeBron
to a German newspaper.
Right. They'll never see this in the States.
He's like, they don't have Google Translate.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, what would that be? One of the most compelling stories, though.
Probably, especially considering that he has sometimes begrudgingly and sometimes eagerly been the face of not just whatever team he's on, but the entire league.
Yeah,
and
he goes,
the social justice stuff. I'm not going to just shut up and dribble. All of that.
Even playing in the bubble.
And then, playing in the bubble, everything that he did there. And he's always asked for his opinion on something basketball or otherwise. And this is kind of a weird one where it's like, okay, yes, everyone has the right to make their own decision. But I haven't heard much of anything as far as why LeBron has decided not to get it yet, or why he hasn't gotten it yet. If basically every NBA roster, from what we've heard, has had the vaccine readily available to them.
He would be allowed to have an excuse as to why he didn't win this year.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love. Yeah. No, absolutely.
Meaning, like,
Absolutely.
Like,
didn't
dude, well,
win
he didn't
because
win. He had COVID. I mean, what do you want him to do?
right, but that excuse doesn't work. If he could have gotten the vaccine and did it.
Jordan would have gotten the vaccine, or Jordan would have said, like, I took the virus personally. I'm not getting the vaccine. I'm taking you one-on-one.
The media makes an excuse for like anything. Anyone who wins the championship.
It will become an excuse. Trust me. It would definitely become an excuse. What do you want him to do? He caught COVID. Like, what do you want him to do? He can't do everything, guys. He's 36. Like, you're gonna hear all that. I'm 36.
I'm 36.
I'm 36.
Call me.
Shout out Mark Phillips.
Yo, that was genius. That was true genius, man. He got who? He playing for who? I'm 36.
He said, AD, no, we practicing.
Right.
They just ended practice.
101-94, 20 seconds left, Indiana.
Oh, Dave, by the way, you're right about Invincible. That show is awesome.
I still got to watch that.
Yeah, you have to watch that.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, it's awesome. That's the word. It is awesome. Like, wow. I'm telling you, I've never in my life yelled "stop it" out loud at an animated show. I was like, stop it!
The first episode had me like, I was shaking.
Yeah, dude. That's when I was like, okay, I know you don't think my brain was like, okay, I know you don't think we're about to go to sleep, right? Like, I know you don't think what's about to happen. We're watching this next episode, like, and then the next one, and then this next one. Yeah. My God, yeah, it's something, man. I've never really seen anything like that. Brutal is the word.
Yes, definitely.
And that last episode, my gosh, that's when I was yelling, "Stop it!" Like,
yeah, that was.
That was. Ooh.
No, I don't want to say anymore.
Me either. I don't want to ruin it.
I do want to see it. I don't want to see it. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Good gosh, man. And that's game 103-94. Pacers win.
And Chicago loses.
Cool.
All right.
Y'all enjoy that 3-game winning streak?
I kind of did. I kind of did enjoy it.
We want the Pacers. We want Pacers to lose. No, win.
It depends on what you're looking
you
for.
Should be, but you're happy. This is what you wanted.
It's too late to tank after the 3-game win streak. We've screwed ourselves out of the 7th best odds.
We should have had 32% at least.
Yeah.
So what we have now?
Something like that, or 26 maybe.
Oh, that's way
26,
worse.
and God forbid if we win another game against Toronto, it'll probably end up.
Is it 32 to 26 to 32 to 20? Because that's different.
32. Okay, 7th place has a 32% chance to jump in the top 4.
Okay.
8th place has a 26% chance.
So
9th place has a 20% chance.
Ooh, okay.
So where the Bulls are, it's very possible that they will have fallen from 7th to 9th by the end of these games.
Yeah.
And thus the difference between 32% chance and
That's
a 20%
bad.
chance.
Oh, stupid.
So stupid.
It was a
3-game winning streak, baby.
Kobe's unbelievable. Kobe's unbelievable.
Free agents are going to want to come here because we showed that we can win 3 games and build chemistry at the end of the season.
They're going to want to come here because the 90s and Oprah and Siskel and Ebert and the Bean and Chance and Obama was from here.
And playing at Hollywood.
2 of those wins were shitty. The Hornets one was bad and the Celtics one was fine, but Jaylen Brown wasn't playing, and then the Pistons went through too. So
also the Celtics are trash. So that
trash.
win is not really that impressive.
They're legitimate trash.
Right.
They came
Celtics.
Their trashness came out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere, man. Like, when did they get just bad? Like, that's so weird.
Because I think maybe Tatum ain't the man. Where's that call? Give me that. Where's that? Give me those headlines.
I kind of like he is, but it's like I don't know. He hasn't taken that like.
I would take Jaylen Brown over him. I would take Jaylen Brown over Jason Tatum.
100%.
Yeah.
Would you take Donovan Mitchell over Jason Tatum?
I think I'd still taking Tatum.
I'm taking Tatum. I watched that man score 60. Yeah, I watched him score 60, bro. Like, I can't. No.
He's a better 2-way player. Give him time. I think Jaylen Brown's just coming into his own. I feel like this last season was like a breakout season. I think he's only going to get better. So
I mean, Tatum too. Like, Tatum's not like 28. Like, he's like 22 years old.
That's the thing about Tatum is I think he's 25. Like
Right.
I think he's closer to Zach LaVine than he is to Luka, and he's like months older than Luka.
He's a young dude, man. These are two young guys. I think Jalen's going to be the one that's going to be going though.
Dude, I love how they don't have any times for the last 2 days of the season for games. Like they're just like, we'll figure it out.
Well, they said it'll be between 12 and 3:30, I think.
Yeah,
those games
they're starting all of the games like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, I still need them to let them know. People got stuff to do.
I can't wait.
I like that though, because then you're not like, oh, this game that happened earlier tonight or earlier today that's already been decided. We know that means we got to do this. It's just like, okay, everybody. Or if you're fighting for seeding or fighting to get into the play-in, just go win your game. You know.
Yeah, because then it won't give advantage to people who can like rest if they don't need it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Up. Oh, that's a shame. And firing off the Oprah shrugging tweet to all of the dumb shit for Brainfuls fans.
That was the longest public
Lord. Wow. Oh, that hate me strong.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for coming, man.
This actually brought joy to my heart, so thank you so much. This is really fun.
Man. This is, group therapy is better with more people.
It really was.
Much love,
truly.
All love, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks to Alex, and thanks to Evan for hanging out with us in the fourth quarter. Thank you, all of you in the comments, for hanging out with us in the fourth quarter. This is the Stretch 4. We are the Bulls Outcasts, Matt, Big Dave, and John. The Bulls lose to the Brooklyn Nets despite getting a shot at a Kyrie-less Nets team for the back half of the third quarter and all of the fourth quarter as Vooch socked him in the face. Bulls make a little bit of a threat there, but like nothing really. The Nets controlled this game from start to finish because they're a better team. Kyrie or not, they're a better team than the Bulls. Meanwhile, we see the Pacers have won over the Sixers. 103-94 is the final in that one. So now, with the Bulls' loss and the Pacers' win, gentlemen, the Bulls are not mathematically eliminated from this play-in yet. But here are their options. They, after this loss, need to win out their remaining 3 games. The Wizards need to go 0-3. That's it. Both of those things need to happen. Bulls 3-0, Wizards 0-3. Any other combination of results happen, and we out. After
who do the Wizards play?
Let me pull that up. Meanwhile, you guys, how do you feel about the game that we just saw?
Go ahead, John.
No, you go ahead, Big Dave.
They lost to a better team. That's really what it was. From start to finish, you knew the Nets were a better team than they were. I honestly like the way the Bulls played. I just honestly like the way they fought, to be honest with you. But they did some of the things that they've been doing all season long when it came to we have to win this game time, which is Zach LaVine basically getting tunnel vision and just, nobody's else doing it. It's mine. I'm doing it. Forget it. I'm going in, and I'm about to do this like that. He ended up with 41 points. Like let me not say like it was terrible or something like that. And he only had 2 turnovers if I'm remembering correctly. But it was just him and hot until, the game was pretty much out of reach in the fourth quarter. But Vooch really had a tough game. 5 of 18 shooting. I believe he still ended up with 12 and 6 because he's really good. But 5 of 18 shooting, man, he just didn't have it tonight. And though it wasn't like they were doing anything dramatic defensively to him, he was missing shots that he usually hits that usually go in for him. And one thing I noticed I wanted to bring up about Vooch, one thing I've noticed about him and that I didn't really pay attention to was he does not get to the free throw line. And I believe he only averages like 2 free throws a game. And he would be so much more better if he would get like 6 free throws a game. It would be so much. And look what he's doing just getting 2. Like he's an all-star. He's 20, 24 and 12. Like he's awesome. But that's an extra 6 points and extra time for your team to rest and for you to settle down. Like he's got to learn how to get those shots. Now, I don't think he's going to be able to. He's going into a 10th season in the NBA. So he is who he is at this point. But I didn't realize he didn't get to the line like that. And for a big man not to get to your line like that, that's going to hurt your team, especially in a game like this when you need slow down points because you can't go shot for shot against a team with one of the greatest shooters you've ever seen in your life and then Jeff Green having the year that he's having, and then Kyrie Irving. So yeah, those kind of things kind of played into that loss for the Bulls tonight. But they fought hard. Honestly, they did. They fought hard and they tried and they played a little better, and their defense continues to get better game after game. So yeah, kudos to them for fighting hard. But we're gonna take this L.
And you say they battled?
God.
My whole time I was talking, John, I was saying in my head, I will not say battle. I will not say
how,
battle.
How dare you mock future Dallas Mavericks assistant head coach? Jim
Come on. Bring him on. Oh my God.
Way,
I would start doing Luka trades if that happened.
The Wizards' remaining schedule: Hawks tomorrow night, so not a gimme, but certainly winnable.
Hawks just beat him last night.
They did.
Cavaliers of Cleveland, and that's also tough. And the Hornets. You're telling me they can't get a win between Atlanta, Cleveland, and Charlotte? It's over.
It's a wrap.
It's over.
Looking that way. Yeah.
I mean, it is, but this is the weirdest season. You don't know. Like, it's so weird. I mean, you're right. You're right. You're right. I did not. I mean, I really thought we were shooing for the playing game, and that, I am disappointed in that.
Yeah,
I think there's a part of me that's like, I thought for sure, like, top 10,
like 2 All-Stars, you in there? Yeah, you're going to the playing game. Yeah,
no big injuries.
Yeah, they didn't gel until late. Like, it didn't look like a cohesive team, but there were little tiny injuries I think that were hurting. Garrett Temple being hurt definitely hurt the team. But as we keep saying, if Garrett Temple is going to shut your team down, we gotta change some things. But he definitely it definitely hurt because you had to see more of Matt's favorite player, Denzel Valentine, on the court.
Oh God, that was brutal.
And that definitely hurt more. Having him out there on the court, having to see him more. You had to see Ryan Arcidiacono out there a little bit more. But now since they have everybody healthy and back, you don't see any of those guys. And that's why it looked like a good team for those past 3 wins, because you didn't see any of those guys. It's that simple, honestly.
Did you guys see Jack Tripper's comment? Can we just skip the recap? Maybe we can just watch you guys eat oatmeal and take shots of Malort.
Why would we eat oatmeal?
Because it's more interesting than recapping trash.
I just know if there was like something that oatmeal was related to Malort, or like Malort, oatmeal has some Chicago. Oh, I'm gonna drown my sorrows in Malort, or I'm gonna drown my sorrows in oatmeal. Like I was like, is there something there? I used to
love oatmeal. I used to eat oatmeal all the time in just the biggest, hugest bowls. Like I would come home from school, make a big dumb bowl of it, and eat it. It was delicious.
Larger or lesser quantities of oatmeal compared to your grape consumption?
Oh, good question. I would say equal.
You got a good grape guy. You got a good grape guy though.
It was pretty equal, but yeah, grapes have definitely overtaken it, man. Shout out to farmers.
Shout out to farmers.
You ever just mix some grapes into your oatmeal and just
no. Come on, man. I'm not a crazy person.
He's not direct.
Toast, only toast. Like I would have my 4 pieces of toast and my big dumb bowl of oatmeal with like butter in there and some sugar, and I would just smash that and be happy. Eat your oatmeal, kids.
Guys, I do want to talk a little bit about the rotations and the guys we saw out there playing minutes tonight. Because, look, I think we know that if AK and Eversley go out there and accomplish what they want to accomplish this offseason, this roster is going to look a lot different next season.
Yeah.
There are 4, maybe 5 guys that you can confidently say right now are on this season's team that will be on the team next season. Like 4 or 5 tops. That Big Dave, maybe just 2. That being said, though, it could be a bigger conversation about Billy Donovan and what he likes to do, and whether or not we are concerned about it. Because again tonight, against this Brooklyn team that had all of this floor spacing at their fingertips in the first half, they're getting open looks, they're getting corner shooters. In addition to guys like Kyrie and KD who can knock that from anywhere, they've got Harris, they've got all these threats, and we see a bunch of Bulls bigs out there. Defensive lineups that I am sitting here saying, like, really, like, I know Troy Brown Jr. was once again a scratch tonight. He got closer. He was questionable earlier today. Still not quite ready to go. But as somebody said in the comments earlier, I can't remember who, and I apologize. Javonte Green, this kid is fast. He's athletic. He might not give you a whole lot on the offensive end other than, ferocious dunks when he's, gotten open, head of steam in transition. But when you're short on wing defenders, I don't know. I'm sitting there seeing all these minutes for Vooch and Thad and Tice and Lowry, and I'm just like, why? Against a team like that, why?
That's the question. Match him with smallness. Run it through Vooch because they have no one who can match up with Vooch. The fact that he had a bad game during this team, he should be feasting against these guys. He's the only one who should be eating against these guys. And then you're trying to out muscle this long range team when you have athletic guys who have been playing well. I don't get that. Like, we know what Tice can do. What are we holding on to? Let's see what we have. Why are we being so restrictive with the minutes and the rotation? I do think that's frustrating. And maybe he knows what he has. He's the coach. And all that matters, because I don't have these. I know I'm not. He's not confused on the players, so maybe he knows better than we do. But
it seemed like he gave Green a good chance after, I can't remember which game, but some game recently where he played well, and then he got in first quarter rotation the following game, but then really didn't play much that night. And tonight, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Wow, that's not a lot at all. That's not a lot of minutes. Against a team like the Nets, you're right. If something's not working, you shouldn't be sticking with it, especially in a game this important. You want to try to find out guys like I would throw Amino can play 2 minutes. like I could give him 2 minutes just to see what he can do, if he's alive. You would try those kind of things. I don't know, but maybe he just felt comfortable with Lowry, who showed, he had some promise early and then, of course, disappeared late like he likes to do. And, Satoransky, 1 point, 2 rebounds. And, he had the binary code game today. Like, he was terrible. But, yeah, like, he shouldn't be beholden to this when you're playing a team like the Nets. You're 29 and 39. Well, you're 29 and 40 now, but you're 29 and 39 when you're playing them. Like, you got to try these things and mix it up. But he decided to go with it. They kept getting it close. And honestly, guys, I don't know if it would have made that huge of a difference because you still don't have Kevin Durant. You still have nothing to guard him or to stop him. So didn't matter.
Well, hey, we had a 19-year-old rookie guarding him. So
right. And he cooked him.
I see some people in the comments saying, Feast family saying P-Dub's too chill. He needs to be aggressive.
Yeah.
People complaining about, Patrick Williams not being, looking to score enough on the offensive end. I get that. He's a rookie who was asked to guard Kevin Durant tonight. He's a rookie who has been asked to guard the best players in the league all season long.
True.
The tallest, best shooter.
That's true.
Most mobile.
Like amazing. Yes. Like a one of one kind of
player. Do you know Patrick Williams' career high
for points?
Yeah.
I don't.
21, I think. I think he broke the 20-point threshold a couple of times this season, a 21-point game and a 20-point game.
Big David yes?
20.
You're basically right. It's 23. But he has
okay.
You called the amount of times he's broken it twice, 20 and 23.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
I feel like he's gonna be scoring way more.
Yeah,
rookies can score.
We see his potential of he's got a lethal mid-range game, right? That high arc mid-range shot with the high release point that nobody's going to be able to block ever.
Nobody.
He's confident shooting behind the three-point line, especially from the corners, and he's shooting that at a real efficient rate. And sometimes you see that he has, despite his youth, already a NBA man's body, and he can knock people around and get to the bucket.
True.
So you see his threat as a 3-level scorer, and you say, give me all 3 levels every night, all the time. And it's just like, okay, he's a rookie. Like, let's calm down. Let's calm down. Not every rookie looks like Luka. Not every rookie looks like Kobe or LeBron
or Derrick Rose.
And it doesn't mean that they're gonna be a bust
or Wendell. No, he's been solid. You're absolutely right. But it's weird that he hasn't scored more because that's usually the easier. Usually everything else comes after. Like that takes mature to slow down. But like I can at least score. You know, I do wish. I don't know. I don't think he gets any plays run for him though, ever.
No.
That will change next year for sure. Like,
oh my
I think
God,
it will.
I cannot wait.
Let's recall that this team, in the process of this crazy condensed season that started in late December, and we are now here wrapping up in the second week of May. This team has had 4 practices, maybe.
That's not an exaggeration either. Like,
4.
seriously.
And completely overhauled their roster halfway through the season.
Right. Yeah.
People are like, I can't believe this team hasn't figured it out already.
And I think that's why the chemistry that you saw came so late. Because of those kind of reasons. That's why it came so late in the season on that 3-game winning streak. And they look like a regular basketball team. Because you're right.
Yeah.
4 practices. And remember, those wins came after when they had finally had 2 games off. Right. Like they had to have 2 games off. And they finally had 2 days off. And then they come out and they're like, oh, wow. You know what? Basketball's fun. Let's go win. Let's go win. Yes.
And Zach did say after one of these recent wins, he's like, yeah, I feel like, me and Vooch are developing some solid chemistry like pretty quickly here.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, all things considered, that is pretty quick because you had a really, exhausting gauntlet of a road trip right when Vooch arrives. Then Zach leaves for 11 games.
He does.
And Bulls fans are like, well, why the fuck isn't this working? And it's like, really? Really?
Bulls fans are kings and queens of immediacy.
God,
they want it now. They want it today, and they want it now.
They are the what's the little girl in Willy Wonka?
Veruca Salt.
Veruca Salt. All right, well, how much for the golden goose? I want it now.
Daddy, I want it now.
Well, all I heard was Kevin when you said Daddy right there. That's all I heard. Daddy.
Oh my goodness.
Daddy.
Why did the menu?
Weston brings up a good point as far as people worrying about P-Dub, saying, Kawhi, didn't break out like this. He didn't break out till year 5. Look at Kawhi's rookie season. Very similar. Because maybe it was Kawhi needing some time to realize, I've got all the fundamentals here, and I've got the size, and I've got the big hands, and I've got all these things to be an awesome basketball player. I need an opportunity to go be the best player on the floor, and I need to believe I'm the best player on the floor and go do it. But it doesn't happen at the drop of a hat. And do I believe that we can still see that from P-Dub? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I understand Bulls fans' apprehension and worry because look at all the pressure we put on Lowry, and look where it got us. Look at all the pressure we put on Wendell, and look where it got us. And to even a maybe lesser extent, I could say the same thing for Kobe White. And so Bulls fans are like, okay, this is our savior. Crap. Okay, this is our savior. Crap. Okay, this is our savior. Crap. We're running out of saviors.
That is so true. That's a great way to put it, Matt.
Man.
That's exactly how it went.
I think you diagnosed it.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went. Like, you're new, you're the young guy, you're the high draft pick, you're the one. We've been losing for 2 years. Yes, you're the one. We don't want you. You'll save us. Take us to the title. Because, again, It's what Bulls fans know. I mean, this is how you got it, right? With Derrick Rose. Like, you got your number 1 pick. You're like, bet, we're good now. We're going to the title. So that's kind of what they're used to. Getting the draft pick high and going and making an incredible playoff run and being the youngest MVP in NBA history. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. You diagnosed that correctly right there, Matt.
Well, as I often do.
As you often do. Yeah.
I'm usually right about these things.
Yes, man.
But again, that was a super fun 3-game winning streak. I hope everybody enjoyed it.
I did.
Zach almost got us 4th.
Zach almost got his first ever 4-game winning
streak. Get that 4.
And you know how you win a 7-game series? You win 4 games. Maybe Cowie's right.
So you're saying we would have won the play-in?
Yeah. Only would have needed to win that 1-game series and then the second 1-game series to then lose a best of 7 series.
Oh yeah, then you're out of here. Yeah,
dude. This is a complete tangent, but there's something so funny that the New York Knicks ad on their jersey being Squarespace. Like it's New York. Like you could have had literally anything. It could have been NBC.
Well,
it could have been Chrysler, like
Chrysler.
Schwab, New York Stock Exchange. It's Squarespace. It's a podcast ad.
Chicago PD, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Right.
Oh
there.
my God, I would love Dick Wolf Productions. Chicago should be Dick Wolf instead of just Dick Wolf Productions. Instead, how awesome would that be?
That would
be pretty sweet. Yeah, speaking of Chicago shows, do you hear that rumor about David Ross dating some star from Chicago Med or something? Everybody was talking about that the other day.
I did. I heard that. She said she's in love with him. I have no idea who this woman is. I've never
not a clue. I was like, who's that?
Chicago Med, one of those shows that never seen an episode. It is like the 4th highest rated show every week.
Yes,
right?
Yes, it is. Chicago,
I have never
anything.
watched an episode of any. Oh, I watched one episode, and of which one I can't remember. But one of my actor buddies made a cameo in an episode, so I watched that one episode he was in.
You watched my PD episode though, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, you watched mine. Yeah.
That was Chicago PD.
I thought that was.
Okay, I thought that was a Law and Order.
Me too.
Oh my God! If I was in the Law and Order universe, I'd be making movies by then. Like the Law and Order people are like famous now.
I really did think that. Yeah, I thought that too.
No, nothing seemed different.
Guys, I did have one question I wanted to ask you for funsies. Outside of the Bulls universe, over in the West Coast, which I know John's paying close attention to because of his Mavs. We got Knicks Lakers going on right now. It's the late game on TNT, so we'll get out of here.
Julius Randle
watch that. But based on Portland beating the Lakers, a few days ago, and now having the tiebreaker between those, it is very much looking possible that we can see LeBron and the Lakers against Steph and the Warriors in the 7-8 play-in, which would just be all kinds of epic.
Yes.
My question to you, though, is if that happens and it's Lakers Warriors 7-8, and then the winner of that game is safe and goes to the playoffs, the loser of that game plays the winner of 9-10 to decide who the 8th and final seed is, right? Whether it's Memphis or San Antonio or whoever in that 8th seed, or 9-10 to then play the loser of 7-8, will that be the most biased and unfair and already decided officiating in any NBA game in history?
Wow. Are you talking Warriors Lakers or
no? I'm talking
the
about
loser is.
The winner of 9-10 playing the loser of 7-8, because there is no way that the league will let either LeBron or Steph, the way that they are playing, the loser of those two going at it, lose to, and thus miss out on the playoffs because they lose one game.
Let me say, I'm going to cede my time to the Western Conference king over there.
Thank you. As a West Coast czar, I'm going to San Francisco on Thursday just to get closer to that coast. You're right. You're absolutely right. But however, Zion is the wrinkle, because they love Zion, and if he plays, we play him.
They're 2.5 back at the Spurs now. They're pretty
so
much
if it's Spurs or Grizzlies, cash right. Done.
No offense to Big Dave's guy Ja, who is in his own right very entertaining. Mm-hmm. But
I would also think both the Warriors and the Lakers are better than the Spurs and the Grizzlies. And that wouldn't feel that weird. It's no all-stars to
they should
the Hall of
need
Famers.
The help of the refs to win that one game.
No, they shouldn't. And I hope not. I gotta see that. I can't wait to see. Scott Foster will be in the mix. I gotta see what refs are gonna be on that schedule. That's what we get. It's gonna be Monty McCutcheon. I gotta see what's happening. But I think you're
Hugh
absolutely
Holland's coming out of his grave.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Dick Bavetta, Joyce Crawford.
Yeah.
But
Tim Donaghy.
I think that would be a really interesting game, and I could see Steph being Steph.
Oh my God,
winning a game.
I mean, if it's 7-8, the winner is safe and on to the Western Conference playoffs, and it's Lakers work. Can you name a more must-see event?
No.
Even the playoffs
God.
that happen after that.
Right.
The first round.
It'd be Utah Steph as the 8th, and then it would be. Poor Suns! God, the Suns are second, and they have to get.
That's your reward is playing either Steph and the Warriors or LeBron's Lakers as the 2 seed.
I mean, hey. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Poor Chris Paul. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. And a healthy LeBron at that. A LeBron who said, you know what? Not this next game. I'll come back on the Houston Rockets. That's my game I'm coming back for. I can do that. Yeah, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue. But the playing game, it's been awesome. I'm enjoying it. Just the idea of what can happen, it's gonna be awesome, man. It's a good thing.
Yeah. In the West, especially. Bulls could have just, acknowledged where they were and not bothered with the Eastern play-in, but whatever. Okay, John, you mentioned you're about to go out to Golden State this later this week. That being the case, is tonight your last game of the season?
That's a question I have. So it's our last, but should we do weekly ones during the playoffs?
Well, yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, I assume that we would continue to do some of these games on Hot Mic for NBA playoff games like we were doing in the bubble last year.
Right.
I would like to talk about basketball.
Here's my question for you, though, John.
Yeah.
And this is a serious question. Are you okay with us doing Dallas Mavericks games?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to do them.
That's what I'm saying, John. That's what I'm talking about, John.
Oh, I can't. No, there's no way. I would no way. I'd make this all the time. I'd have you on mute, and I'd be like I would die. And my wife instituted no more cussing rule in our house during Mavs games because, to her credit, it'd be first quarter, and I'd be like, "Motherfucker," and she'd be like, "This is not the stakes for that. This is against the Cavs. Read the room." And I'm like, actually, you're right. And so, I would be miserable. I'm miserable. I turned off the game because I knew I wouldn't be able to do the show because they were getting smashed by the Grizz.
Does it matter? Do they still have things they're playing for right now, or are they pretty much setting?
Yeah. We're fifth is not locked up. There's a 4% chance it could fall to 7th. I just want to avoid the play-in. The only team that scares me in the West is the Dallas Mavericks. Is their own reflection.
Wow.
I respect all of them. I don't unfear any of them. But I think this team is bad. I think they can be very bad, and they need a rest. They do not need to be messing around.
The only thing that scares me is me.
Yeah. They're their worst enemies.
Lord.
I mean that. They're their worst enemies. But I do think many teams are better than them. But I think they can beat any team.
Oh man, I love wife rules. I'm never getting married.
Dude, she has, and she never has rules. That's the thing. It's me screaming and acting a fool. Also, have y'all seen The Blind Side?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
No one told me Tim McGraw was good in that movie. He was good in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he should be in more movies.
I agree.
I didn't know that was Tim McGraw until somebody pointed out to me that was Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this actor? He's good. I've never seen him before. And somebody was like, that's the country singer Tim McGraw. And I was like, get out of here.
Because he has an 80-gallon black hat on usually. Yeah. And you don't recognize that.
And no mustache.
Too. Right, exactly. Yeah. You just don't recognize it. That's all. But yeah, he was excellent.
I am not familiar with his entire
his greatest
arsenal
filmography.
Yes. Discography.
His filmography is The Blind Side.
But I tell you what, though, that song of his, My Next 30 Years, is a banger.
So good.
Great.
Oh my God. Yeah, I saw Blind Side for the first time, and that
when I was having my third life crisis, when I turned 30, and by third life crisis, I mean midlife crisis. When I turned 30,
I was like, you'd win at 10.
I'm cashing out at 60. 30 was
you'll live that's the thing. God has a sense of humor. You will live forever. You will only drink bourbon, beer, and eat red meat, and you will outlive all of us.
Oh man. Did you know? I mean, well, y'all remember Tim McGraw was in Friday Night Lights, the movie.
He was.
Yeah, he was in that. Also, I'm looking here.
I don't think he made any cameos in the TV series.
No. Looks like he was in Four Christmases, The Kingdom, Country
He was in The Kingdom?
He was in The Kingdom.
That movie's good.
Yeah, that's the Jamie Foxx one, right?
Yeah,
right.
Jamie Foxx won't phone in anything.
No, that's very true.
If he's in it, he's working.
And Tomorrowland, which I didn't see. I believe that was George Clooney.
Oh, I vaguely remember seeing the trailer for that and thinking that looks terrible.
Dave, you never said how you felt about Luka getting ejected. I was going to say something.
Did you? Oh, you saw the video.
Oh, I didn't see the video yet. I didn't see it. I didn't watch the video yet. I haven't seen it yet.
The nut punch.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Nutcracker. Yeah.
We need to get. Oh my God! Look at this picture. Do you guys have TNT on right now?
I do. Yeah, I saw it, and I saw it. Yes,
Patrick Ewing, Yao Ming, Tom Thibodeau.
Yep.
Out on some boat party. That looked so fun. Oh man, and we get to watch D Rose and Taj on national TV.
D Rose is so good. I mean, look at that. Oh.
I guess I should prepare for the incoming Kendall Gill trash talk.
Oh yeah, it's on the way. It's like a tattoo.
And Jim Jackson lit up. You see his eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it. Oh. Okay, hold on.
Watch the slow-mo.
I'm looking at Luka hit a dude right now.
I can't.
What's the verdict?
I would fail this jury duty screening. I can't.
I mean, he swiped low, like he was trying to swipe low, but part of me doesn't believe he was aiming for.
I think he was trying to hit him.
He was definitely trying to hit him. There's no doubt about that.
I think he was just trying to get the fuck off me. Like I don't think he was going. It wasn't
he sure went low though, man.
It wasn't like Draymond Green precision. We're in a scrum.
Yeah.
Like, Jason Terry had one of those.
Yeah, like he wasn't. Yeah, he didn't put a target on it. It wasn't Chris Paul. I'll say that. It wasn't Chris Paul where he's clearly in before, but he definitely was trying to hit him low. He definitely trying to hit him in the stomach region, and I think he thought that's where his arm was, honestly. But yeah.
Are we on the brink of John's boy getting labeled the next dirty player of the NBA?
Love it. Bring it on. Oh, bring it on.
I hope it happens. Honestly,
give me. No one wants a Boy Scout. Give me the bad boy. Give me James Dean. Let's go.
Cigarettes in my shirt.
Yeah. Oh.
Give my jeans.
He starts dyeing his hair like Rodman.
I'd be okay with that.
Sleeve tattoos. Oh man, that's a tough one though. That's a tough one, I would say.
Dude, these Knicks are decent.
Yeah,
they're fun.
Oh, regular season Tibbs, man. It's
insane. Julius Randle's back in LA, and he's going to be like, "You traded me away. Let's do this."
Dude, 2 years is the man. He's great in your first 2, maybe 3 seasons. He's the man. It's the longevity of it after that. All those minutes wear down, and then there's no changes made. I just want to see if he's learned. You know, if he's made adjustments after he's taken that time off. You know, he kind of looked at himself like, you know, I broke a few knees. Like I shouldn't do that. Luol Deng has never been the same.
Yes, the best coaches do that. Yeah. Pop did that. Like Riley did. Remember, Riles was like Showtime Lakers. Then came to the Knicks. Was like the exact opposite.
Right. Punch everybody. Right. He was like punch everybody in the face. Yes.
And speaking of which, it is really cool that like this is a Knicks Lakers game with big playoff implications for both teams. Because the Knicks are trying to fight off Atlanta to keep the 4th seed and home court in the first round.
Right.
And the Lakers, we've already gone through just how desperate they are in their current situation. Mm-hmm. This is a late regular season Knicks-Lakers game that matters for both teams. Like, when's the last time you could say that?
It's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time.
Bonkers.
And I can't wait for this team, the Bulls, to be in that same conversation.
Yeah.
In that conversation, man. It's time to get in that combo, baby.
Wait till next year.
Wait till next year.
You know,
hopefully
we can figure it out without a top 4 pick. I had to get one more.
Of course you were.
Right, guys. John, have a great time on your trip.
I'll miss you guys.
Travels. We will miss you.
Thank you.
Big Dave and I will round out this regular season. We got 3 more, guys. 3 more, and then Denzel is out of here.
Felicio! That's the sound of him being thrown. Felicio!
Like DJ Jazzy Jeff outside.
Oh, goodness. Shout out and thanks to Evan and Alex for joining the chat with us tonight. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody watching. BAWL Up Bulls. Check out the podcast feed. Check out the YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. We will see you here for the Bulls Raptors Take-a-thon on Thursday. Me and Big Dave will be here. Book it. John, safe travels.